Hello, good evening, everybody. Nice to have you here with me in this evening. I'm Paulina. I'm represent Serfenta Association, and you will spend with me approximately 1 hour and maybe and a half if you have questions at the end of our meeting. At the very beginning, I want to say congratulations because you have your association have 25th anniversary. So you have a long tradition of working with basket making in Denmark. And I need to tell you that Denmark is one of the most important places for me in Europe, because I was at my first basketry workshop outside Poland in your country. It was 11 years ago, and I was invited for a meeting to Odense, to the workshop of Jette Melgren and Jan Johansen. If you are there on the other side of the screen, I want to say hello to you. My foreign story of basket making starts in Denmark, I would say. So always when I'm thinking about how it started, who I know, about my way in this craft, I'm coming back to this place. For sure, I will tell you story about Serfenta, which is Polish brand, Polish association and business organization in one. And also I will tell you about our work, what we are doing here, about our workshops, about materials, and about, of course, about our masters of basket making. And we are gathering today also because you have bought our books, which I also have here, maybe on this side. So this book we prepared in 2009 after our first part of the research, and the title is Baskets. This what you can read here, it's Polish word kosza, and it means the baskets. So our meeting will be around this book. And also, if you would like to ask me any questions, please wait with them. And after my speech, we will have time to discuss, or I will try to answer if you are still interested in any topic. So I hope you have a good coffee with you and you are sitting comfortable, because I would like to take you for a journey with us, with Serfenta. We are a women organization. It maybe sounds interesting and funny, but in Serfenta we work only with women. It's not a rule. It's not like that we don't like men, but this is how it happened. Everything started in 2009, when I had the passion to meet and to know the world of the traditional basket makers, and our way is continued until now, and I hope it will last longer, because I'm working in a great team, and I really like my job. It is my full-time job, and we have totally many ideas for the future, and we feel passion to this. And recently we looked for our work like from the distance, and we noticed that from the beginning until this time we worked on the model, and now we call our work that we prepared a business model, which name is From Research to Business, and is dedicated not only for the basket making craft, but also for any other craft and for intangible heritage. So I will tell you how it works and what are the parts of this model. So it will be like a story to tell you about our work at the general. So everything starts when I finished my studies. I was studying here in the same town, and maybe I should also tell you that this place where we are, Cieszyn, it is a very special place. I chose this place for my place to live because originally I'm from the north of the country, also from another beautiful city, but bigger than this one. And I decided to move because of the studies and because of the style, the feeling that I have here. Because we are just exactly on the south of the country, in only one very specific town, Cieszyn, which is divided on two sides. We have Polish part and Czech part, because just exactly in the middle of the town, we have a border with Czech Republic. So we say there is one town in two countries. In the past, when you would like to dig in the history, it was really one town which belonged to Poland. But in the 1920, the border came exactly inside it and divided it on two parts. Now we don't have any border, of course, like, you know, there is a formal border, but we can just simply cross the bridge because the border is on the river, and simply you are crossing the bridge, and on the other side there's Czech Republic. And we use from these Czech opportunities very often. We are just walking there on our Sunday walks. We prefer to drink Czech beer because it's very light and gentle. When we would like to travel to Prague or Bratislava, we have direct trains. So it's the Czech side is opening us for the south of Europe. And it's very interesting to have two countries in one place. So when you are here, you feel like we are laughing that it's for us here. It's we have easier connection to the south. So very often people travel to the Mediterranean Sea instead of our Baltic Sea, because the distance is of course bigger, but the time that you need to spend for travel is similar. So I found it interesting, and I decided to live just here. And now I feel it's very comfortable because it's very pretty, small, compact town, and we call it slow city or slow town. So our space, Serfenta office, and our place is just in the center of the old town. a few steps from the main square, and it is in the building which belongs to the museum. And the museum of Silesia, of our region, is also very interesting, and it is one of the oldest museums in Poland. Yeah, so this is the base that I wanted to tell you. And okay, coming back to our main topic, the book and the story, how everything started. So let's come back to the 2008, I would say, because then I was after my studies of anthropology, cultural anthropology, and together with it, I was studying in Folk University. This is very interesting for me also because I like this way of gathering the knowledge and practice, the folk kind of schools. And we have just a few in Poland. I know they are very, very popular, and the idea comes from Denmark, yes. So I know you know what I'm talking about. And we have in Poland one which is dedicated for the craft. And it was my very big dream to be there and to learn there and to study there, because it's really kind of practice school, and I could practice all different crafts with the best teachers. So in this place, I had a chance to start my weaving, willow weaving class, and willow, because I know you are very familiar to this material. I was talking before with Charlotte, so I know a little bit. And willow, it's also the most popular material in Poland also. So when you have the kind of workshop or kind of course, it was almost, you can be almost sure that it will be with willow, because we know how to practice with it. We have tools. It is so common, so popular. So, and the baskets made of willow are on every market. Almost everyone here in Poland have such a basket in home, because it is also in our tradition. But if you can see, and I'm sure that you already noticed, of course, the baskets which are here, which surround me, you can see there are anything made out of willow. And yes, this is Serfenta's case. And when I realized our first project with the title the basketry trail of Vistula River. Vistula, it is the name of our biggest river in Poland. And of course, this river you have here on this on the cover of our book, because the book is also kind of summary of this first project that I'm talking about now. And when I started, when I was preparing to the project, I was very interested if there are still basket makers in Poland, like, I mean, traditional makers, traditional masters. And if yes, so what they are doing, if they are weaving, for themselves, or maybe for the market, for sale, what kind of materials, shapes, and tools they are using. And I wanted to hear their stories. I wanted to record legends. I was curious about everything, I would say. If they can sing me songs about willow or just a basket making, some stories. If you know how the basket making is in the tradition, and of course, what is the very important for me, because I was then already able to weave. I was very concentrated to meet with those basket makers during their work in their workshops. So I didn't want it only to talk with them and record their stories, but also I asked them, come on, if you can meet in your workshop, I would like to watch how you are working, because I would like also to record it. And I was explaining that it will be in the project, in the book, and also in that time we were preparing not only the book but also films. And if you would like to see them, some of them, these first ones, they are on our YouTube channel. So when you put YouTube and then write Serfenta, you will have many films. Also these old ones, which are very ethnographic and documental films. They are not so smooth, but they show how it really looks. So now you know already, because I'm holding the book. So and the baskets surround me. So you know that we found those people, and they became not only my teachers and the teachers of my team, and because they agreed with the idea. And many of them, we still are in touch, we have contact. And many of them became our friends, because, if you are a craftsman, the world of the craft is very specific. The relations are close and we like each other. We just like each other. And when you are talking about the craft and when you are weaving together, the time flies very quickly. And to make at least one basket, you need some days. And I was coming back to the many places many times. So when it was, I would like a little bit to tell you how it looked like, and about these people and about the materials, of course. So I had to spend on the research at the very beginning around 40 days. And it looked like the trips, I was choosing the places on the map of Poland which were close to the Vistula, and then of course I was looking before leaving if I found there anybody, anything, and some of the places I could check before. These places and these people that I'm talking about, some of them, they are not in internet still, or only are on our website mentioned, because yeah, we found traditional basket makers, but to find them and to talk with them, it was a very big challenge sometimes. It was like looking for the hidden treasure sometimes. Like I have a lot of stories, and one of the maybe the most interesting was that I met one time person, woman, I would say a lady in her 70s, and somebody in one town, it is on the southeast of Poland, said, you need to go to her because you need to talk with her because she knows a lot about baskets. And I thought because I'm talking about my team, because on the research I was taking part with the other members of my team, and there was a photographer, a filmmaker, and also at the beginning I was traveling with my teacher weaving. It was the idea to gather the knowledge from the field, from the masters of weaving, as much as we could. So this coming back to the story, the people in that place told us, you really need to go to that lady. She knows everything about the baskets. And we thought at the beginning that we are going to the basket maker, to the person who can make baskets and show us and tell us, explain many interesting things about it. But no, this is the person. She still lives, and we became also a friend. Her name is Dunia, and she was in the past a kind of person who just loved this craft, and not only basket making but also other crafts. And she was like a person who sells, who had her shop and who sells the craft. And she was collecting the craft products from the whole country, and she was driving with her red car around. So she knew many places and basket makers, and she had many beautiful things, craft things in her home. So when we knocked to her home, without knowledge of each other at the beginning, and we started to explain what we are looking for and why it is important and so on, she opened her door and she invited us for a tea, and she showed us the baskets and the photos from her travels, and she had a kind of catalog. So because of these connections, I could follow her way and find the baskets which I wanted to find, which I couldn't find anyway. So this is one of the possibilities to find people. And of course, I had a big luck to knock to her door exactly. So I would like to tell you more about the materials and show you some examples. So we say a little bit about willow. And willow basket, in our collection, we have just one. This is interesting, but I wanted to learn everything what I could about the other materials. But let's start from the willow. So this is one of our special baskets. I will tell you why it is special for us. The name of this basket is kabłącok, and look how the shape looks. Very special. Yes, it's straight. It has flat side on this side, and you can just keep it close to the wall, so it fits very well to our homes, and has a legs. The bottom is very nice, and this basket is special because we found the whole village which had lived and still is very, I would say, woven with the tradition of making this kind of basket. The place is very special. It is just close to the Vistula river. Very small village, and many basket makers we met. We learned how to make this basket, and people are still using it on their fields. It's very important how to hold the basket, because it is designed to carry the vegetables, for example, from the gardens. So I would try to stand. I will check if you can see me, because yeah, you can see something. So like that, and you have the basket on your hip, So even you have something heavy inside, you don't feel the weight of it. And it is medium size, but almost all these baskets are bigger. And I think you could hear about UNESCO Convention for safeguarding the intangible heritage. We also have it in Poland, and when it was ratified in our country, we decided to follow the convention, which protects the skills of traditional craft, and we decided to describe this piece of kabłączok basket and put it on this list of UNESCO convention. I need to drink a little bit. So we have the whole chapter in our book about this tradition, and about the songs which we found in this place, in this village. People are using their own willow rods. They grow close to the river. So you have many colors. So these baskets are very colorful. They are very beautiful. And yeah, to the look at this couple. How to show? When we met this couple, this man, he was 88, and his wife was 84. And when I continue to visit this village, she always was coming to meet the people that I brought with me, because sometimes there were people from the outside of Poland, also from Norway, and one our friend, I would say, she was from Denmark, making this basket in this village with us. So this lady, she was very, very curious, and she was very interested who will weave these traditional baskets, because for the people from the village, they were simple, useful baskets. And for us, these baskets, they started to be very, very important. So now the skills of making kabłączok, they are on the list of intangible heritage in Poland. Yes, so willow. And the other material that I wanted to learn, and I learned, it is straw. Straw, like this one, for example. I'm holding now the bread raising basket. So when you are making a bread, the dough for the bread can be inside and can rise very, very well, because not only the smell is important, but also, you know, the air is coming through the walls of the basket. And this technique is popular in the whole country, and the whole world even. In English, I know the name is coiling, like connecting the lines together. And in Poland, we are making this kind of baskets with straw made of rye. It needs to be long, and what is important, and what I wanted to show you, we design tools to work with this material and with this technique. It's a special needle. You can see it has a holes here. I'm looking for the camera. And here. So you can sew with different materials to make these baskets. And the traditional material which was used here, which it's important because you connect straw with it. It is wooden stripe, and it's of course everything is made by hand, and what I maybe didn't say, because this is on maybe the final result of our work, that we have these baskets here in Serfenta, and we are selling them, and we are ordering them from these basket makers that we met on our way. We learned how to make these baskets, so our role during the workshops is to teach and to show this work, of course, and to connect the tradition with the future. And because of our work, we can connect the traditional makers with the modern markets. So, for example, when we found these baskets at the traditional workshops and the tools, we understood we need to design them and prepare them as they should look. So this is one of the possibility of the straw sewing technique. When we are talking about the straw, you need to see also this technique. It's one of my favorites, and when you would like to learn how to make it, you would apply for workshops with me. I'm teaching the willow and the straw, so this kind of weaving technique, it has a special ethnographic name, spiral knot weaving, we can translate it, and we also have a special tool to work with it. Look, very, very special and very sharp. Looks like that. Have a big eye here, and it's quite long. So when you have these two tools, they are like that together. So I like to work. I really like to work with these tools and with these materials. So you met already our tool. This basket we brought from one of the villages on the east of Poland, and this particular one, it's very interesting. It is not made of straw. The technique, and you can see the basket here. It is made of straw, the same technique, but this one is made of tatarak. It is a water plant, culmus, if I remember well in Latin. It has very nice smell. It grows in the water, and it's like a herb plant. Yes. And these stories, I will show you the chapter with the straw and these techniques that I'm saying in our book, to show you that we found these people who are who are working with it at the very beginning, and we are still continuing this work with them. Here are nice photos how to make a plate, woven plate, and even the carpet. Our book, of course, is prepared in Polish, but I also have Danish book Danish books of Jette Malmgren, and I'm using them. So, and many people are buying these books, even they are in Polish, but it has English summaries. And another material, which is very, very important, this is cattail. A cattail, I can show you like the material here. And it is, these bags, they are made of cattail. And I also have the hat, because hats and bags, we have it made of this material. It is very light. I don't know, it may be the weight is 10 maybe. It is waterproof because we use for the basket making this part of the plant which grows under the surface. So the whole story, how we possess this plant, when and what to do with it after the cutting, this can be really another next chapter for this speech for you, if you would be interested, because it's very amazing plant. It's shiny, it's delicate, and these bags, they are very, very elegant. And you can also see, I have something here that is very heavy. A statue. We got it like Serfenta. The word which you can read maybe, moda. This is a fashion. We got it from one of the biggest women magazines in Poland for the telling about the craft in the past year in the fashion magazine. So we can try our strength with this. So you can feel we are connecting the words here, like the words of traditional craft with the modern market, the useful products with the fashion products and the fashion needs. So I feel we are like a link. Serfenta is like a link between the words. And I would like to invite you also to meet our words. I see many possibilities now in the place where I'm talking to you. I'm sitting in the bigger space when we are holding the workshops. And it is important to let you know that Poland finished with all COVID restrictions, so we don't wear masks. We can gather in the groups outside, and there are no limits of the people gathering inside. So it is easy, and it is really possible. I was also driving to Denmark when I was on my way to Norway one time. Norway is one of my favorite countries in Europe. So everything is possible, but it is not finished with the materials. Another one, and one of the most beautiful, this is root basket. The roots are from the spruce tree. The spruce, this is a Christmas tree, the same one. And this basket is special because it comes from the region which is very close to our town. So when some people, especially from abroad, are coming to our workshops, and they want to see something more like in nature, like they want to touch the craft, the traditional craft, and traditional makers, we are taking them to the mountain village where these baskets are come from. And the name of the basket is Zogata. All of these baskets that I'm showing you, we have in our online shop. This name is sklep.serfenta.pl, and this basket also is very special because I met the basket maker who is making these baskets also those 15 years ago. And in this year, 2022, he is celebrating his 80th birthdays. So this is him. Here. Jan Zogata. Sorry. So because it is quite close, we are in touch, and we have his basket. He's very proud that he's in many magazines with us, and he can show to people who are visiting his workshop. We made about him a few films, and also we in Serfenta prepared a few projects to have another young students of this craft of our basket making. And this guy, he also got a student, and now Bartek, he's 18, and even he's so young, he already held 2 workshops for Serfenta, and he's doing very well. He's of course not only making baskets all days long, but he's going to school, and he has also another interest, but he's able to make a basket, and when he is ready or when we need him, he's able to work with us. And I want to show you how this basket made of spruce roots looked in the past. They were so big because people needed them to carry the hay, or they treated them like backpacks, because there is one village where there is a traditional market still going on, and they just kept it on their backs, and they put the stuff from the market inside this basket. Yes, and the other basket, it is here. I need to take them from the shelf because this is also a root basket, but made of another tree, a pine tree. So the shape is a little bit different. I think maybe you saw the shape. It can be also made of a willow, this shape. Still smells of the forest, and the work of roots. It is something special. If you have never tried, I can really recommend it, because we prepare our workshops to show as much as we can. Like it can be also prepared with the piece of going to the forest and pulling the roots from the ground. It's very specific and very something special experience, because you really need to put your hands inside the ground, inside the soil. The soil is black and smells very strong. So if you like the nature, and I'm sure you do because you are dealing with basket making, so the smells are everywhere, and the spruce tree smells like a Christmas tree. So a fresh air and mountains and digging for the roots. Then you work with the knife, the most important tool for the basket maker. Then you need to clean the bark. You need to take the bark off, because you know the roots are without the bark, and also you can see that they are splitted. This is not the whole root, like also on this basket. Also, this is not the whole root, but this is splitted on parts. So this is another work which has to be done, cleaning and splitting, and this work is fantastic, really. Then the part of the workshops is to prepare the ashes wooden parts, which are hidden inside, and we have a special tool to make it. Horse shaving tool, I think it's in English, yes, and we need to be connected with the forest, connected with the nature, and with the tools to make it. Yes, and I feel we are surrounded by these materials, by the tools, by people who shared with us their knowledge and skills, and we are ready and we are able to share it, for example, with you. If you would like to visit us and take a part in some workshops, many things are possible, like all these materials that I showed you, they are possible to have it here or partly outside our space, in the nature, directly in the nature. And what is more, because the workshops are prepared for the craftspeople who really want to make the basket. But we have also a proposal for those who would like just to touch the nature, just to be surrounded by the atmosphere of the place, to meet us, to talk us, and to try a little bit weaving. And this proposal has a name. It is Craft Tour. So the tour to the craft places, which we will show you. So there are two different proposals, and the mix of them, this is also possible. Maybe I will also tell you, I can see the hour we are, I will be finishing soon. And so I will tell you at the end that our main job is to connect places, people, and to share with our knowledge how we built our brand, how we collected the knowledge. So it is possible to make similar things in other parts of the world. Our work started with research, like you said, like we already know, and this part is described in the book. And after after research part, there is a design part, because we wanted to prepare the workshops and the products in their best way, I would say. Sorry, I will drink a little bit. So we try different solutions, and we were leading the workshops together also with the traditional basket makers. What is also important, We also prepared the how to do films with some of our baskets, so you can learn directly from us on the workshops, but you can also start with making some Polish baskets, because we have the film translated into English and they are available even online. So it is possible to learn to weave kabłonczok basket, this willow one. I can remind this one. And then we have a straw basket and catile bag, which stands here. And the last one is round willow basket. So we prepared the films, and then we are taking part in many conferences. Very often it is online way of sharing the knowledge. In the end of the month, we are involved in a Finnish project for the cultural heritage, and also we are in touch with South Korea organizations and the Thai organizations, and we are preparing something special. I can't tell what, but it will be something special during the Korpmarkt in Lichtenfels, because maybe some of you were visited Korpmarkts when Serfenta was presented, the exhibitions. We were there a few times, and we were thinking what to do for this year, and we have some proposal that now we are discussing with the organizers. Yeah, so this is our main work, to share our experience, like I did today for you, people from abroad, and all those who can't be with us here. And when you are here, we are able to take you for the craft tour in our town and also in the area. And if you are able and you would like to dip more into the craft of basket making, we are ready to hold the workshop for you with the chosen material. Yeah, I'm interested if you have any questions. I hope you have. Yes, you can think. You can prepare your questions. I'm here with you for another half of hour. So, and of course, I should say at the end that please find us if you are using Facebook or Instagram. We are there. My friend Lucia, she's posting and writing almost every day, so it is possible to be in touch with us via social media or via emails. So even later, if you would like to discuss something, we are open, and we are very curious what kind of things and activities you find the most attractive for you, and maybe we can meet in the summertime here in our space. Thank you for the invitation, and yeah, and I'm ready for you for the next part.